Spectral Carnivores comes from the idea that we are spectral or spiritual matter in a physical realm. Carnivores because our human experience to date has been destructive. The human species is coming to a close. The dodo looms knowingly, accumulating our mistakes with a sinister wisdom. We are in the dodo's presently evolved world. The theme here is death and wisdom from destruction. Illusionists are typically among the most skeptical people on the planet, maybe because they can't work out how it's done. Ostrich Plume is learning to coexist with conflicting ideas gracefully. Humans crave the unknown, the unexplained. This manifests itself in goth culture and more recently in steampunk culture, a celebration of Victorian times when science was the new frontier. We don't capture the imagination with a graph nor hold attention with fanciful notions. This love for Victorian curiosities and thirst for scientific explanation is surely no accident if they are one and the same. Discernment comes from hidden knowledge. Back in 2004, I unlocked the ability to experience panic attacks, and I call this panic disorder. And it took me about 6 months to overcome it, and I did so with cognitive behavioural therapy. Many years later, I watched a movie called Black Snake Moan, the movie, not the song. And this movie is about prejudice, and it has a theme of anxiety running through it. And it moved me so much. It reminded me, I'd forgotten, thankfully, but it reminded me in a nice way of what it was like to suffer from chronic anxiety. And the ending to this movie impressed me and moved me to write the song. Twister is certainly one of the darkest songs I've ever written. There's a certain compassion in the music, because no matter how dark you are, or no matter how bad you think things are, we all have, it's going to sound so cheeseball, but we all have a light, and for me that light is music. And to me, Twister, the words in Twister are very dark, but to me the music is very compassionate, and I enjoy that, for want of a better word, juxtaposition between the two. A pleasant battle of wills within the music. I love recording instrumentals. I love recording instrumentals because mixing piano and vocals is really hard, because the nature of the piano is that you have the entire orchestra nearly, and that gets difficult to mix the vocals. It can be a nightmare. So I love any time I don't have to mix I'm not one of those singers that can't listen to themselves. I'm okay with my voice, but I prefer not to mix it if I can. And so I really do enjoy making instrumental music, and I try to include an instrumental on an album, every album. The Creature and the Boy again came from something from 2004. I had a lucid dream where I woke up and it was morning, and there was this being on the stool opposite my bed. I had a piano stool opposite my bed, of course, and there was this human-sized being with grey, dark skin, messy, matted hair, horns, and he just looked otherworldly. I guess you could say he looked demonic, but he gave off a sense of harmony. He did not speak. I had to give him a voice for the song, but I understood his message. He had a wooden cup. He held a wooden cup, and he looked at me, and that was it. And then I woke up, and wouldn't you know it, the weather and the light was exactly the same that morning as it was in the dream. That was cool. So, some 10, 14 years, something later, I finally honoured him in a song. No one has ever said, I love gentrification. Oh, I'm so glad of gentrification. No one has ever said that. No one with any sense, anyway. So I loathe gentrification. It's not progression, it's digression. No one wants it. No one wants it. Gentrification is busybodies chiming in, nothing more. If the brush cutter comes for you, revolt. Wisdom from destruction. The dodo thanks you kindly.